Ciao, hello everyone, my name is Chillainous. Welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, where we will be checking out the career mode. Everyone was really excited about career mode in the beginning of the life cycle of the simulator, but a lot of people have said it is bad. However, it's been a long time since the game was released. It's been nearly a year at this point, and I want to see just how bad career really is. Personally, I like the career. It's been a while since I played it because I've been doing other things, but we're going to see if it is still bad. With that, we're going to upload pretty regularly, just singular missions in career, pretty unedited, flying around Australia. The one thing that I would like to know from you, the viewer, is would you like to see every single mission? Would you like to see progress updates? What would you like to see? Let me know down in the comments. With that said, let's get into it. Choose any location in the world where you want to start your career. I've thought about this pretty hard, and I think I want to start at Sunshine Coast. Now, you can't start at just any old airport. Like, if I wanted to, you can't start at Brisbane. It's well out of our reach. So I thought Redcliffe, but then I realized that a Maroochydore was actually an airport you could take off from. So we are going to choose Sunshine Coast, Maroochydore.
Hello there. You must be Chillainous number 2576, right?
Yes, I am, but I'm very sensitive about my numbers. It still sucks that they're using AI, or AI that sounds very AI. Like, with the amount of money that Microsoft have behind them, you think they could get some better language or like some better speech modules.
Welcome to Maroochydore / Sunshine Coast. I'm Sowerby, the owner of this Aero Club. Here at the club, we provide all the training lessons you need to get started and earn your private pilot license. Then, once you've earned your PPL, you can build up your flight hours and get more experience by taking people out on first flights. But before any of that, let's head outside and take a flight to get familiar with our aircraft and the local surroundings. Welcome to the apron. This is where all our flying adventures begin. Why don't you walk around a bit while I finish the pre-flight preparations?
Open up the door. We're not pressing any of these things here.
While you settle in, let's go over our flight plan. After taking off, we will climb to 1,500 feet above sea level and then fly over the airport to enjoy the view. Ready? Why don't you start the engine for us? Perfect. The wind is from 322 degrees direction with a speed of 2 knots, so we'll be taking off from runway 31.
3-1.
Okay, let me taxi to the runway.
That's another thing, they always say the things incorrectly. Runway 31, not 31, 31.
Alright, now comes the fun part. After releasing the brakes and applying full power, we'll speed up and take off once we reach 55 knots airspeed. We'll be climbing at 75 knots, which is the recommended climbing speed for the Cessna Skyhawk. While climbing, we will follow a left-hand traffic pattern and make 2 turns. Don't worry if it sounds overwhelming. I am here to help. Release the parking brakes, otherwise we're not going anywhere. Good. Ready for takeoff. Apply full power to get us moving. You handle the yoke, and I'll take care of the pedals, steering the aircraft on the runway during takeoff.
Airspeed is alive. 55 knots.
We have reached
rotate.
55 knots. Pull the yoke a little bit to lift off.
There we go. That is smooth as. We want to climb to 1,500 feet.
Perfect climbing attitude and speed.
At about 75 knots.
We are 300 feet above the ground. I will retract the flaps. You keep climbing.
beautiful out here, by the way. Look at all this. Like, oh, gorgeous. Turn crosswind no more than 30 degrees. Continue climbing.
Keep climbing and prepare for the next turn.
We are at 1,500 feet. And
okay,
get down.
Turn left again. We are almost there. Awesome. Look around, see our airport. Remember, we need to climb to 1,500 feet. It will keep us 500 feet above the traffic pattern. Let's fly over it.
Right, I'll wait until we're straightening up. It says to use Control B. I don't have a keyboard very nearby me. It's a little bit awkward. There is our airport that we just took off from, and the runway. We'll be overflying the runway like directly.
Awesome.
It's awesome.
I know that you're busy navigating and controlling the plane, but don't forget to enjoy the view.
Thank you. I am doing my best. As it puts us back on course. Yeah, great views out here. I'm really glad that I decided to roll Sunshine rather than someplace I've been heaps. Like Adelaide's regional, well, Adelaide's suburb airports, and or out in the middle of nowhere, South Australia. Like, I really like it out here. And when we get qualified for live weather later on, it'll make things very interesting as well.
Well done. I believe you have a talent for piloting.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed the flight. Let's head back to the ground now.
We did it. I'm not surprised.
I'm glad that we flew together today.
Thank you.
This might be the first chapter in your pilot's journey, if you want to embark on it. Let's catch up at our headquarters. You seemed comfortable out there. I'm sure you'll get your PPL in no time.
Private pilot's license, by the way, for those of you who don't know PPL.
There's a laptop in the office that shows all the certification information you'll need for your PPL exam. Take a look.
See, that sounds like it should be like, take a look. Or not, take a look. Like, with an upwards inflection. They need to work on their speech.
Here you can see all the different certifications you can pass throughout your career. Your first step is to work towards your private pilot license.
And then we can either take helicopter route, which I have tried a few times and have failed miserably, or we can go the winged plane route, which is what we will probably end up doing.
All the training lessons you'll need to pass the PPL exam are available here. Make sure you're comfortable with these before taking the exam.
We're going to ignore all of our things here, and we're going to go straight into the PPL. The only thing that I am worried about is messing up the landing, but I should be able to get it enough to do this. So it looks like we are taking off from Maroochydore, and we are doing a traffic pattern off runway 31. Traffic patterns are flown generally at an altitude of 1,000 feet above ground level as opposed to MSL. Each section of the pattern is referred to as a leg. So yeah, we'll be doing initial climb, crosswind, downwind, base, landing. A few clouds, it's great weather for flying. Let's get into this.
Start by removing the covers and chocks, then join me inside.
Okay, so we have a different instructor now. Let's remove the engine cover. We'll remove the static port cover. Remove the pitot cover. We remove the chocks. Then we jump into Whiskey Sierra Foxtrot. Hello. And then we'll just begin the startup procedure once again, making sure everything is pulled out as much as we can. Set that fuel going. And let's get it started.
Your goal is to complete a left-hand traffic pattern respecting the flight path and all required speeds. Rely on what you have learned in your trainings, and you'll be fine. Now, show me the best traffic pattern that you've got.
Okay, so it actually sounded like that one giggled when he was like, now. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. It makes it feel more human. Going to tune ground 121.0. Sorry, 121.1. And we will be requesting taxi to remain in pattern.
Ground CVR_N Hotel Sierra Golf 4110 with Quebec. Request taxi for takeoff. Close traffic.
CVR_N Hotel Sierra Golf 4110. Taxi to and hold short of runway tree 1 via taxiway Alpha Bravo 2 Mike Alpha Foxtrot cross runway tree 1 Alpha. Contact tower on 124 for when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway tree 1 via taxiway Alpha Bravo 2 Mike Alpha Foxtrot cross runway tree 1 Alpha. CVR_N Hotel Sierra Golf 4110.
Okay, that's a pretty long taxi, but what I'm going to do is, so you can actually see where we need to park up over there. What I'm going to do for your viewing, I'm going to turn on taxi ribbons so that you can see where we're going, but after this video, I will be relying on charts, release parking brakes, and make our way over to the hold short point. Approaching runway tree 1, we will tune tower. We'll be taking off VFR. We've got the weather for it today, which is nice. But before we call up tower, we need to make sure we are ready. Strobe lights on, landing lights on. Flaps set, flaps 1. And request takeoff clearance.
Tower, CVR_N Hotel Sierra Golf 4110 at runway tree 1 ready for departure. Close traffic.
CVR_N Hotel Sierra Golf 4110. QNH 1013 left close traffic approved. Cleared for takeoff runway tree 1.
Cleared for takeoff runway tree 1. CVR_N Hotel Sierra Golf 4110.
See, it should be Charlie Victor Romeo Hotel Sierra Golf 4110, but whatever. Instead of CVR, kind of breaks it again. It's been a year at this point. You'd think that that would have been reported on multiple times. Could also be a problem, as there are different phonetic alphabets, so maybe that is the issue. Why they're using CVR instead of Charlie Victor Romeo. Alright, runway tree 1 is identified. Takeoff. I apologize for the shoddy rudder work through this section here. As I said, they need adjusting slightly. 55 knots, rotate. As we fly runway heading. And we want to climb at about 75 knots, which is pretty close to what we're doing at this moment. We're at 300 feet. Retract flaps. It says reach downwind, but I'm pretty sure I will want to turn now, because downwind is when you are moving the opposite direction to runway. Alright, about 1,000 feet. I'll pull out the throttle very slightly. I'm also not seeing any quest markers, which doesn't help my situation here. And I've climbed slightly too high. There we go. Pull out some more of that throttle, because I find myself climbing a lot. Based on how I hold the controls, I might need to add... I don't really want to add a dead zone. But if I have to, that is what it is. Alright. It's roughly downwind. If we look over to the left, we're pretty much straight in line with that other runway. Maybe not. Need to turn very, very slightly.
CV underscore and Hotel Sierra Golf 4110. Wind tree 12 at 4. Cleared to land runway tree 1.
Clear to
Oh,
land
there's our
runway tree
landing.
1. CVR underscore and Hotel Sierra Golf 4110.
Right, now we make our next turn. For base. We want to be slightly more north than east. We'll even out. Let's have a look. There is the runway. Reach final. We'll start dropping out some of the throttle. And we will make that turn for final. As it is, I think I've already overshot the runway. Very slightly. Nope, we're actually looking pretty good right now. Awesome. Alright, let's drop out heaps of the throttle now. We are too high. So I'll just try and correct that. We didn't overshoot the runway too bad. We did overshoot it though.
500.
Laps 1. Slightly more to the left. We're going to overshoot the landing zone here very lightly. I would say it was an okay landing. Slightly firm, a little hot. What is going on? That's a crazy thing that's happening recently as well. My plane's wings keep tipping when I turn.
CVR underscore and Hotel Sierra Golf 4110. Turn next taxiway.
I will. Thank you.
CVR underscore and Hotel Sierra Golf 4110. Contact ground on 121.1.
Acknowledge ground handoff.
121.1 for CVR underscore N. Hotel Sierra Golf
Okay,
4110.
landing lights off. Strobe lights off. We will tune ground 121.1 and we will request to parking and it can tell me where to go.
Yankee Bravo Sierra Uniform Airport Information Quebec 0400 Zulu.
Taxi to
Wind
parking.
312 at 4.
CVI_N Hotel Sierra Golf 4110. Taxi to General Aviation, parking using taxiway Alpha 2 Alpha Bravo 2 Bravo Alpha.
That works fine.
Taxiing to General Aviation, parking via taxiway Alpha 2 Alpha Bravo 2 Bravo Alpha. CVR_N Hotel Sierra Golf 4110.
Is it because CVR is all together? That's an interesting thought. Taxi lights on, throttle, and we make our way through. And as long as I don't crash on the way to parking, I mean, if I was going to crash, I feel like it'd be as the wings were dipping around everywhere. But as long as we don't crash on the way to parking, that's our PPL passed. Now, I could have turned on landing ribbons and things like that as well, so you could see kind of how you're supposed to land. It probably would have been a much better example than the one I gave. But yeah, I don't know. And let me know if you guys want me to keep on the taxi ribbons so you can see where we're going as well, or if you'd prefer I use no taxi ribbons and refer to charts instead. Definitely makes it feel a little bit more realistic that way for me. However, I'm all about the viewer experience. So if you want to see the taxi ribbons, I'll be more than happy to keep them there. I can still reference my charts anyway, so it's good practice to use charts, and there's lots of free chart things out there. There's one on someone's like blog, but I don't know how old they are now. They could be quite old. And then of course you've got things like ChartFox, which all you need is a VATSIM membership for. Getting a VATSIM membership is free. You just have to go through a small exam and everything like that, and then you get all those charts as well. However, I use... Oh, I'm speeding very, very slightly. I use Navigraph because they update my air rack monthly. I don't have to rely on Microsoft to do that, though I have seen them push out 2511 this month, which is really cool. But I haven't really been paying attention to anything else they've been throwing out, and I really should be on that line. Yeah, right rudder looks like it needs a lot of work. Maybe get some like oil or something onto the pedals themselves. They feel a little bit sticky when I start moving them. It's probably just the pressure of my leg weight and feet on them. It's got me parking here at the terminal of all places. It's a 172. That is nuts. Yeah. Slightly. I'm trying. Alright, parking brake is set. Have a look here. Lean throttle. Lean mixture. Actually, I'm not sure if you're supposed to turn off the plane's key here before doing that.
Always room for improvement, right?
Exactly. There is always room for improvement. That landing was meh. Yeah, respect the traffic path was 50%, even though I waited for all the notifications to come up. I don't know what happened there, but respect the traffic pattern altitude, 99%. Hell yeah. Respect the traffic pattern was bad because, again, I didn't have any pins. Respect the taxi path, 85. We were a little bit off the taxi line. And plane handling, 100. I disagree. It should be like 85 to 80 because of that wing stuff as we were landing. I will 100% take that 100%. So now have our PPL allows you to fly a single engine airplane in good weather conditions and perform takeoffs and landings from land. Private pilots cannot fly aircraft for commercial purposes, so we can't exactly make money from it.
Congratulations on passing your PPL exam.
Thank you.
Hopefully, that's the first of many steps on your career path. Your PPL allows you to fly recreationally and begin to build up your flight hours. First flight missions are a great way to increase your experience.
So they're doing this, like, you get to do this for experience, because who needs pay to pay bills and to buy nice things for yourself and everything?
Let's go back to headquarters and review the specializations board to learn more. As you can see, the career journey of a pilot can take many different paths. As I said earlier, your PPL is the first step, allowing you to fly recreationally and perform first flight missions, taking people on tours around the local area. As you build up your flight hours and earn more certifications, other specializations will become available. Take a look around, then when you're ready, head to the missions list to see what's available.
Okay, so here we can figure out what it is that we actually need to unlock certain things. So ferry flight, which I believe is moving aircraft around for other people. We need level 3 and we need to get our CPL. Flight sim, level 5 with a CPL. Skydive, level 8, CPL. Score airplane missions with a C or above for 5 missions. That should be pretty easy, and so on and so forth. It just gets harder and harder and harder. Then if we have a look at the missions, really quick.
On this map, you can see all the missions currently available to you. There's one mission currently available. Select it now.
Unfortunately, we're not going to be selecting it because I don't want to accidentally pick it up. But it shows that we are flying from Maroochydore to Rosemount, where you will fly around certain areas. I mean, it doesn't look like there's much out here. It's still very beautiful though. Man, I'd love to live out at a farm like this. That is going to do it for this video here. If you liked how it was presented and everything, do let me know down in the comment section. If you think there's things we can change, also let me know. Be sure to leave a like if you're interested in a bunch of career mode as well, and subscribe if you're new. Until the next time, I will see you again later. Have a good one, everyone. Ciao.